Asheville studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog eat! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The Sportsocracy, heard everywhere you go. On the iHeartRadio app, seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click that live video link, subscribe to the channel. Join us in the chat. It is Senior Bowl Thursday.
Leave it on a jet plane Thursday.
Oh, man, heading off to Frisco, Texas.
Bingo.
For the weekend.
Got my joggers on. Told you in the first hour why I have my joggers on. Listen here, TSA. If you're going to profile me, I'm going to get something out of it.
Again, Jeremy doing the old back-to-back Shrine Bowl, Senior Bowl. So we gave you the preview of the Shrine Bowl players. How about the Senior Bowl players? Now, this is the premier college all-star game.
No doubt. It's the best one by a mile. As of today, I haven't updated it since we started work today. I have over 90 of my top 256 now are in the Senior Bowl.
I'm telling you, going through the rosters, I get jealous.
Oh, it's so good.
Step by step, like as we go through all of the position groups, you guys will start to understand where I'm at because the rosters are chock full and they're getting better.
We have breaking-ish news.
Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news?
Quarterback room at the Senior Bowl is fitting to get better.
Whoa.
Carson Beck. I have it on good authority. He has a standing invite that he is leaning towards accepting. My source on that is, trust me, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm talking about. Trinidad Chambliss also has a standing offer.
Okay.
That if it appears that his appeal on the lawsuit will not be adjudicated the way he wants it to, and he's going to have to be in the draft, he will be there too.
Okay.
So that makes your quarterback room significantly better.
Oh, poor Diego.
Oh, go Diego, go. Yeah,
Sweet
go away.
Sweet baby boy Diego just can't get no sunshine.
Yeah, he can go to the Shrine Bowl.
Just all the.
It's go to the hell. Do that thing Cade Klubnik did, which is they offered me to go to the Senior Bowl, but I really don't want to play against those good players, so I'm going to go to the Lesser Bowl and look good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize how upset scouts around the league were about that.
Yeah.
Until we started doing the legwork on this, and Cade Klubnik was starred on every list I saw going into Shrine of why did you come here? We know they offered you at Senior. Why did you not go there? That was your one chance to show you could play with these guys. Now it looks like you're ducking them.
Right. I didn't even think about it that way.
I didn't either. I mean, I did, but I didn't think it was. I'll level with you. I didn't think they invited him. I hadn't heard his name. It's Thursday. I hadn't heard his name till Monday.
Yep. All right, so quarterback room could be bigger. Who's guaranteed to be there, or who's already promised they're coming?
So we have 5 that are locked in, and they have left open the ability to get to 8.
Okay.
So who the other one could be, I've heard Garrett Nussmeier.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like there's so right now if I was setting the percentages, I'll say we're about 85% on Beck. Nussmeier's dealing with some injuries that came from the season, so I would say he's 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
If they can get him right by the end of the day, then he'll be in Mobile.
Yeah.
And then Trinidad's probably 30%.
Okay.
There will be more arms in Mobile than the 5 we already have.
The number one quarterback that is promised to play is
Taylor Greene at Arkansas. Not close.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he will blow this week up because he's hyper athletic. He's got a great arm. He's just one of those kids that I look at and go, you know, if a team looks at him and goes, we're willing to put the time in, which in this league does not happen a lot anymore. You take a quarterback to be the future, they're getting on the field in the first year. I think Taylor Greene could sneak into day 2 because he has all the tools. I love his arm. He is very modern era mobile, and there's a lot to like. I think he was not necessarily coached particularly well. I don't think he fit Arkansas, and Arkansas didn't really have the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they lost Tesla last year, and the offense was just – I mean, it was fine. They put up numbers, but the defense was awful.
Yeah.
So it was all on his shoulders at all times. And I don't necessarily think that did him any favors. But now, and this is what I love about these bowl games, is that the decks are cleared. Now it's 1v1. You're all equal. None of you knew the playbook until probably today. And you get a crash course in 4 days to learn this enough to go through the game.
Right.
And I will be interested to see how Taylor Greene does through this. I really like him. Okay. He's higher when I start putting out my position rankings. When we come back from senior, you're going to see Taylor Greene in a place that will probably shock you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm looking at him on my big board, going, don't think even I realized that I was this high on him, because he's ahead of names that you are very, very familiar with,
like Diego Pavia.
Diego Pavia's not my top 246. we're drafting the NFL draft, not the XFL.
Really? You don't think he gets drafted at all?
He's 5'7", standing on a hill, in high heels with a phone book underneath him. Yeah, Pavia is a good football player.
Yep.
There are reports that certain teams like him. I just don't know how you're going to get there. I mean, so I'm going to tear him to pieces from a scouting perspective. From just a football perspective, what is it about him that you look at and go, that's an NFL caliber player?
That's a good question. Because I look at him and I see Baby Baker. That's what I see.
He doesn't have that good of an arm. His arm's not nearly that good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's coming from the biggest Baker detractor in the world.
Right. But it's that whole, ability to scramble and find a hole and be elusive and make a throw or two just to be flashy enough. I mean, I've seen a lot of those plays out of him at Vanderbilt. Whether that translates to the NFL,
it doesn't.
As a third-string quarterback.
It doesn't. He's a college quarterback. He's going to measure very poorly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm telling you, they listed him at 6 foot. If he's 6 foot, I'm 6'9". And Tank's 6 flat. There's a better chance that you're 6 foot than Diego Pavia is.
Right.
I think he's shorter than you are.
Yeah.
So when these measurables come in and we're looking at a kid that's 5'9" or 5'10", you just have no shot.
Right.
I mean, you're so little. He makes Kyler Murray look like Manute Bol.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Now with Diego, when all things are equal and it's clean pocket, because he does move in the pocket pretty well. When he can set his feet and he would be as good a 7-on-7 player as you've ever seen. If I didn't have to worry about pass rush and getting over the line, he's fine.
Hey, maybe he can go play in the Olympics in the flag football league.
He'd be great. You know what? You do that and maybe open up this spot at senior.
That's why everybody likes him, though, just because he does have that chip on his shoulder, and he's just a football player. He's just a hard-nosed kid. Luke Altmaier, you got much draft hope for him, I guess?
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a mobile kid. And it sounds bad. I don't hate Altmaier. I've never seen anything that made me go, that's the trait that he has. Because people will say, oh, he's so good in the clutch because he had, I don't remember how many it was. It was a bunch of game-winning drives. And there are elements of his game that in a vacuum are fine. I don't think he's perfect size-wise.
Mm-hmm.
He's just mobile enough. And then there are the issues with the arm.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he has a huge arm. I don't think his release is particularly good. And so we just get into issues. Now, you've left one quarterback here, and I'm curious if you've done it intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Sawyer Robertson from Baylor.
Yes.
What is your take on him? And then I'll because I'll be honest with you, he's probably, even if all the guys I talked about show up, Sawyer Robertson's probably the one that can benefit himself the most.
Mm-hmm. I like him. I think he makes a lot of close window throws, and I don't know if I like him because of Josh Cameron or if I like Josh Cameron because of
or Michael Trigg.
Sawyer. Yeah, right. Like I don't know who is carrying the weight in that relationship or if they're all great or not great, but you know what I mean. Really good prospects. I like Sawyer Robertson.
So Sawyer Robertson for me, this is I have thought for 3 days of how exactly I'm going to say this. You ever watch those highlight reels? And, we do them on our social media at the Sportsocracy, where you get a clip of a guy and you don't see anything else. Mm-hmm. You only see what they did.
Yep.
So if the camera is fixated on Sawyer Robertson and you're just looking at his release and you're just looking at his feet and you're just looking at his body build, he may have the fastest release in this class. It's a very effortless motion. It's very replicable, which that's things that we look for. It's one of the things I always hated about Baker Mayfield is that his was so off-kilter because then we get into the off-schedule plays, which I despise that term.
Right.
Sawyer Robertson in a vacuum looks like if you were building a quarterback in your head, that's what you want the quarterback to look like. The problem is that when you look at him where the camera's looking at you, everything looks great. And then you get the one that's behind him, and you see where the ball landed, and you see, the accuracy and things like that. Because his is there's a huge variant to him. There are times that he's super accurate. Mm-hmm. There are other times that you go, what the hell was that? I mean, you weren't even close. You did all of the hard part perfectly,
right,
but you're just inaccurate, and you're a little wild. And it seemed like at times the higher the stakes, the more often that happened. So I'm really interested to see him in Mobile. I'm also really, I'm not a big Dave Aranda guy. Mm. I'm curious to see what coaching, even in a 1 week vacuum, I want to see what that can do to him. Does the accuracy get better? Because what I think is going to happen is that he's going to get into the underwear Olympics and he's in shorts and a helmet and he's going to look like Josh Allen.
Right.
Just out there slinging it. I don't know. I know there are people that love him. I think he is one of the most interesting developmental prospects in this class. I just think there are warts that people, I'll say you leave him out kind of suspiciously.
But he's at best what? A late fourth-round pick?
This class is so bad that it's hard to even say that.
Yeah.
My grade on him will be a 5.
Yeah.
But for me, whatever my grade is on you, you could go 2 rounds higher than that. If you told me a team like the Jets, who, by the way, have a history with Baylor, if you told me they fell in love with him and took him in the 3rd round, I'm not going to be shocked. Yeah. Actually, they don't have a 3rd-round pick. If they found a way to get a 3rd-round pick, took him in the 3rd round, it wouldn't shock me.
Yeah. Exciting news, Carson Beck, Trinidad Chambliss possibly being added.
And Garrett Nussmeier.
And Garrett Nussmeier, that's right, being added to the quarterback room at the Senior Bowl. Jeremy will have all your coverage of the Senior Bowl.
You forgot one more. It's the one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's the one that means the.
Oh, Cole Payton?
Yeah.
From North Dakota State? Is he any good?
Good? Yes, he is good.
Okay.
There are people that think this is the best quarterback that's in Mobile as of right now.
Really?
I don't know what recreational drugs they're on because I think he hasn't played a lot. And so I think this gets into, and I hate to make this comp because it's lazy because they played at the same school. It gets into the Trey Lance thing of I haven't seen much of it. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like it becomes legend of, well, he has this next gear and we're going to be able to get so much out of him. You know what I see? I see a quarterback that mechanically is stunted. And if you don't have a lot of time to put in him, it's going to be hard to get it out of him. I like the raw. It's just I've seen so little of it that it's hard for me to take that very far. I mean, just look at the quarterbacks he sat behind.
Right.
Didn't get a chance till the final year. In a small sample size, he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking forward to seeing him in Mobile.
Okay. All right. You want to talk about the running backs?
We should probably take a commercial break before because unlike Shrine, we're probably going to spend.
We're loaded up on playmakers.
We're loaded up on players. Period. We're probably not going to be able to talk about linemen as much as we did with Shrine because there's so many weapons here to talk about.
Right.
And then you get the corners, and then you get a particular safety that I like. A whole mess. He's going to be my best good friend. We're going to do karate in the garage, and I can't wait.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400 everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The Sportsocracy.
The ceiling is the roof. Let's make it happen. Let's keep moving forward.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It's a travel day. Jeremy and Megan heading down to the Senior Bowl.
Travel day.
The Shrine Bowl first.
Yep.
Down in Frisco, Texas.
Yeah, we're going to get snowed in Dallas. Will be the old Trey Lewis song. Richard it down in Dallas. That's probably what's getting ready to happen.
Well, now
Nature.
our forecast has gotten worse with the ice, but better on the snow. So we're not getting like 20 inches of snow. We're just going to get an inch of ice.
Ours has been never good on ice, and it was bad, then it got badder, then it got a little gooder, and then it got badder again.
Oh, no.
So,
All right,
yeah.
Well,
now we're looking at between half an inch and an inch of ice.
true.
Which in Dallas, that'll be
fun.
fun. You ever been in Dallas when it snows? It's kind of like watching a cat with boots on.
It's going to be a nasty weekend. Stay in if you can. Follow all the social medias at the Sportsocracy. Jeremy will be pumping out content there from Frisco, Texas, next to the Star.
I have a desk in my office. There's a television back behind me, and I'm taking the HDMI to plug my computer in so I can play highlights behind me.
Heck yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Hopefully we don't lose power because that's going to – you talk about a cat with boots on, that's how I'm going to feel.
Right.
Oh, I've been neutered, and now I have this cone.
And then it'll be a mega dump of stuff coming out when the power comes back on.
Yeah, then Monday through Sunday and next week we'll just be drinking from a fire hose.
It is time to talk about the skill position players at the Senior Bowl coming up. That is next weekend,
Tuesday.
right? Next.
Yep. Well, the week starts next Tuesday. The game is next Saturday.
Yes. So the Shrine Bowl is on Tuesday.
Yes.
The Senior Bowl is next Saturday. The running backs.
I did
both.
I did in the break earlier check to make sure I wasn't crazy. The first two emails I got from the Shrine Bowl said the game was on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought it was weird, but I didn't adjust it. I also never checked the date because they had the date right.
Right. Got the day wrong. Both of my dudes from Penn State are going to be here. Katron Allen and Nick Singleton.
You're in love with Katron Allen.
I'm in love with both of them.
I'm in love with Nick Singleton. Singleton is the one that I look at and go, if you built a running back, I don't think you could build a better one for me than Nick Singleton because the body frame's perfect. He's very fast. He's very squatty, which I'm a big fan of. I don't like a tall, angular running back.
Yeah.
There's just too many things that go wrong. I love Nick Singleton, even though, and I know somebody's going to say, well, the effort level, and Nick Singleton's been at Penn State for what feels like 15 years. Mm-hmm. He should have come out last year. Problem was that the running back class was so good that he couldn't. I also don't really think this offense suited him all that well. He kind of reminds me of a high-end version of Miles Sanders.
I get it.
Where Penn State didn't do you any favors, but I'm looking at you going raw, height, weight, speed, everything's great.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to get to the NFL because he's one of the better pass catchers in this class.
Mm-hmm.
I think he comes to Mobile and absolutely tears it apart.
Yeah. I would love to. I'd love to see a team have, back-to-back picks in like top of the second round and take both of them.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
I know it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, I would love to see them because I think they're a great tandem together, and somebody like Kyle Shanahan could do great things with both of those.
Now, do you know why they're a great tandem together? And this is the best way I can explain because I feel like the amateur draft nerds are really high on Katron Allen. Katron Allen is really good as a runner. He doesn't offer you squat else.
Yep.
He can't catch to save his life, and he is a horrifically bad blocker at times. Here's my thing on Katron Allen. It'll probably explain to you why I've said what I do. If you're really in on Chuba Hubbard, you should be really in on Katron Allen because they're damn near the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, never have been. That's what I think he's going to be. The problem with running backs like that for me is that you need two guys to fill the things that they can't do, and they're very telling. Because I see Katron Allen on the field, and I go, run. I'll put 8 in the box. I'll dare you. Because if he's going out in a route, I don't need a guy on him. All I have to do is throw token coverage in the flat, and he's a non-issue.
Well, there you go. Carolina Panthers. Go get Nick Singleton. You already have the other back. Go get that one since you disrespected our boy Rico.
I'll also say, and you mark my words that I said this, Katron Allen's going to run slower than you think. I could see him going 4.6.
I'll take a hit.
I've clocked it.
I'll take a hit.
I've clocked it. It's just, I get why people like him. I just feel like we get duped on these guys around the draft industry of, well, he's really good between the tackles. There are a lot of guys that are good between the tackles.
Yep. I know you're a fan of Jonah Coleman from Washington, aren't you?
I am. I wish he was, in stereotypical dude fashion, I wish he was 2 inches taller. Because that would make me feel better. He's 5'8". And I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure he's going to come in that tall. He's listed at 5'9". Notoriously, teams list these guys.
List them up.
Bigger than they are.
Yeah.
The best comp I can give you on Jonah Coleman's Blake Corum. It's another guy that I was not super high on. I like Jonah Coleman better. In a specific role, I believe he can definitely have a role in the league. He doesn't have that final gear to me. I want a running back. If they get to the edge, I don't want you being caught. He will get caught. There is no doubt in my mind. He's also not a very good pass blocker. So for him, it's very specific roles. Yeah. There's very specific teams that I want him to go to. I will love him in that role. The problem is that with Jonah Coleman, you have to mentally say, okay, I got to have 3 usable running backs. That third one's going to have to be special teams and pass pro, or special teams and pass catcher, or whatever the case may be. That's hard to build a roster with, to me. Now, also in this draft, I can say what I just said. You take the 4 elements of running back, every single one of them is bad at something, except Jeremiah Love and Nick Singleton. I can't wait for people to see the number I have on him, because they're going to see it and go, oh, wait, I didn't expect that number to be that low.
Yeah, pretty high on him. After Jonah Coleman, would you go Le'Veon Moss as the next in the hierarchy?
It's funny you bring that one up. I wish his medical was so much better than it is, because he gets hurt a lot. If he was healthy, he'd probably be my number 2 back in this class. I would probably like him better than Nick Singleton, if that tells you anything. Because the raw on him is so good. He can't block either. Don't get me wrong. I know his limitations. The thing about him is that I think he can develop into a pass catcher out of the backfield, and he does have that extra gear. Yeah. I think he's going to run stupidly fast. I mean, he's not Devon Achane, but where did Devon Achane come from? There is something to helmet scouting, because I do tend to recruit the same kind of guy. And you got to remember, he wasn't recruited by Mike Elko.
Right.
This was the same group that brought in Achane. He is stupidly fast. He also probably has in terms of upper body strength, I don't know if he will lift. If he does, you mark my words, it's going to be a higher number than you could have ever expected.
Wow. Jamari Taylor out of UVA.
He's so freaking hard to bring down. He's another one that's squatty, but he's so damn hard to bring down, and I really like that. When you watch Virginia tape, he jumps off of it. And he's one that I look at and go, all right, coming to Mobile, is this going to do everything that you want it to do? Because there are certain guys that are practice warriors. There are other guys that are game warriors, that when I get in the game, I can really show you what I can do. And I'm afraid he's one of those, where these practices aren't going to do him any favors, because he's not a real big guy. And then you get into the nuance of what he does, and I don't know that comes through in a practice. Yeah. Which is a really nice transition into a late ad. Jaden Ott.
Ooh.
You might remember him from Cal. Transferred to Oklahoma and then did virtually nothing. At Oklahoma, he didn't do squat. He is stupidly fast. And I think he was just a very bad fit at Oklahoma. And so now he gets to come to the Senior Bowl and show all the things that we remember him for. And this is another helmet scouting thing, but if you liked Javid best, you should probably like Jaden Ott.
Really?
Now, Javid got hurt, and there is a little bit of risk with that, but Jaden Ott's bigger. And I think he does have that home run speed. I'm having to go back to a year ago because he was such an afterthought at Oklahoma that I didn't really see anything there.
Right.
Those guys are difficult to evaluate, too.
All right. Who have we not mentioned here? Jam Miller.
There's nothing there.
From Alabama.
Jam Miller's not my top 256.
Rasul Faison from South Carolina.
This one's tough for me because and this is why I have to be, and I tried to always be perfectly honest. He was on my radar. I didn't see anything that made it just scream to me. But it seems like everybody I trust is really high on him. So I'm not going to tell you that I don't want to say anything that's going to be used against him forever. And I don't want it to go in people's heads and them go, well, this is what he said. My film study on him is not deep enough. Because and I'll just give you an example. Todd McShay. If Todd McShay's this high on a guy, I've missed something. Mm-hmm. Because I just didn't see it. So I want to see him this week and then deep dive the film of what is happening with him. What did I miss? And I'll admit it. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing it this week.
Yeah. The other running backs attending, Seth McGowan from Kentucky.
Seth McGowan's one he's reasonably popular around the industry. But I'm not as high on him. I think he's a late day 3 guy.
Adam Randall from Clemson.
I'm Seacrest 100% out on. I am 100% out on him.
All right.
The one you forgot's Mike Washington Jr. That I do like him to a point, but I want to see him at senior before I give real. And look, that's where we're all at. Anybody that tells you I'm super locked in and I got all these guys, you, my friend, are a liar, pants on fire.
Coming up next in the Sportsocracy, we'll talk about the pass catchers as well as defenders, offensive linemen. We're going to have short little tidbits on the rest of the roster for the Senior Bowl.
We'll just do the offense today, and then we'll get the defense. Senior's so much deeper that it's really hard to get this done in an hour.
Yeah. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville.
The Sportsocracy.
We treat star athletes better because they're better people.
That's not fair.
Life isn't fair, kiddo. Get used to it.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. Getting ready for the Senior Bowl, or just before Jeremy goes on his little jaunt down to Tejas, to the icy plains of Tejas.
4 ice storms in that city in 21 years. This will be the second one I've been there for. Dallas hates me. It's rejecting me.
Yes, it is. Senior Bowl, looking ahead to next week in the star-studded offense for the Senior Bowl teams, the American and the National. We'll get going at it next Saturday, and you'll have all the coverage next week from Mobile, Alabama.
It's so funny that you said that because I haven't even looked at which team each one of these guys are on. I don't even care until the Sunday before because I want to see who's going up against who.
Right.
And so I'll start jotting notes of when I see this number against this number, then pay attention.
Wide receivers.
It's so good.
It's such a deep class.
It's so good.
The number one wide receiver for you at the Senior Bowl is Surratt?
Probably.
Okay.
It's either so it's really a 3-horse race.
All
it's
right.
either Elijah Surratt from Indiana, KC Concepcion from Texas A&M,
Yep.
or Jacoby Lane from USC.
Okay.
Jacoby Lane's the one I look at and go, I feel like I've fallen for this before. Because I really love a big, tall receiver that's super fast. And so it's almost like Jacoby Lane for me is almost like that really pretty girl that lived next door. And I don't want to fall for this again because you're like a preacher's daughter and you're mean as hell and you're probably going to ruin my life. But, man, I won't do it so bad. Just because he's so good with the ball in his hand. Most guys that are as big as Jacoby Lane can't move like that. The only thing that I do kind of run into with him when I watch the tape, how do you get open at the next level? Because he's not super fast. He's probably a high 4.4s guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's so tall, and he's open. In college, it seemed like he was open all the time. And he's got good feet, and he runs routes well. He doesn't separate at the highest degree, but he's so tall.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that I like tall receivers. I don't like the little itty-bitty KC Concepciones. I do in the right situation.
I was going to say, you don't like Casey Concepcion?
I do. I don't understand why we keep overdrafting these guys. You remember what I said about Ladd McConkey?
Mm-hmm.
You took him that high, and in that first year you went, yeah, Ladd. What happened in year 2? Because teams figured out, get your hands on him. That's all you have to do. Because these guys are so little that you can't hold up. And so you get a Devin Witherspoon on Ladd McConkey, and then you go, oh, yeah, I forgot he was here.
Mm-hmm.
So you come up against the right team, and they're really good. And Concepcion is, if you like Ladd McConkey, you should like KC Concepcion because they're very similar guys. They're absolutely fearless.
Yep.
They go over the middle, no alligator arms, really good hands. They're just small. They're slot specific. And, if that's what you're looking for and you want to do that in the top of 2, more power to you. I've seen way fewer Keenan Allens than I've seen Ladd McConkeys. Because Keenan, as time went on, actually got to a point where he could play on the outside, too.
Right.
I like that. Amon-Ra, he can play on the outside, too. Ladd can't. Casey can't.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll probably run fast, and he's going to make some dudes look goofy this week.
Yep. Elijah Surratt, what did you learn about him, or did you learn anything about him in the playoff run with Indiana?
I didn't learn anything that I didn't already know. I have the same issue with Elijah Surratt that I have with Fernando. Did we get every single morsel out of you? Because he's going to run slow.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you he's going to run slow. But he's got really good hands. He's got really good feet. He's a good route runner. He's just not a fast guy. And I've watched so many of these guys come into the NFL, and they can't separate. And if you can't separate from a corner, I don't care how strong your hands are. They better be, because you're going to be fighting with guys every single time a ball's thrown to you. I think Elijah Surratt does the 7 or 8 things that he does really, really well. What scares me is a team's going to take him at the top of 2 and think he is an immediate plug-and-play starter. And for every Jacoby Myers I've seen, there's another Alshon Jeffrey who, contested catch, you're right there. When I need a play and they have a number 1 corner, you can get completely phased out of this game. If he goes to a team that has weapons where he's the 3, he's going to be a dog. If he goes to a team that has kind of a mediocre 1 and he's the 2, the team I'm thinking of is the Las Vegas Raiders. He scares me to death going there, and I can't see how they don't go, let's get sweet baby boy Fernando his little boyfriend. I just can't figure out how that's not going to happen.
Right.
And for me, it's just a little high. And then I get to that second tier of receivers and go, oh, this is the recreational crimes of positions, because I want to start mainlining Ted Hurst right now.
I want to tell you a little story. So as I'm preparing for the old Senior Bowl, I'm looking through the roster and I'm going, I don't know a lot of these guys. There's a guy from Georgia State on this list. Let me go watch some Ted Hurst highlights. And holy smokes, how did he end up at Georgia State?
You can tell me that kid doesn't know how to spell his own name, and I still don't understand how he wound up at Georgia State.
I mean, this kid should have been making millions of dollars this last year.
He is one of those guys that, it's the reason I compared him to recreational drugs, because the more you do it, the more you like it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not careful, it can ruin your damn life. What about him could you not like? He has a perfect wide receiver build. Like, if I was building a receiver out of granite, he would look exactly like Ted Hurst, because he's just thin enough that I know he's still fast. He's very wiry. He's really good over the top. and he's got unbelievable hands. Then we come to that one, because now I'm full on 6 to midnight, and then we come to that one problem of, have you played one guy in your life that's not going to be a plumber?
Right.
You have beaten just a stupid number of former or future Allstate insurance agents. I don't know what's going to happen when you get up against the big boys, but, man, I can't wait to find out.
Absolutely.
That's going to be the first guy when we get to Mobile that I just when the media availability opens on Tuesday, I'm going to walk straight up to him, and I'm going to take my finger, and I'm going to put it under his chin, and I'm going to go, look, I am the captain now. This next 3 days, biggest 3 days of your life.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have to – I don't care what you have to do. I need you to be good, or you're going to make me look like a dumbass.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that I saw on his tape was him just burning dudes. But the question is it because of the level of competition that he was playing? Was it half of it scheme because there was a whole lot of wide open catches? But the way he cut, the way the dude uses his body to be able to cut off routes.
It's so seamless.
And just to get in front or, get in between the defender and the quarterback, he has a hell of a knack for it. As I kept watching, I kept going, oh, God, that was an NFL play. Oh, that was an NFL play. Oh, my God, that's going to work in the NFL. It's weird that was the guy that I highlighted and went, I wonder if he knows about Ted Hurst.
Yeah. I know. I know. I do indeed know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane. I know him. I love him. I hope he just obliterates dudes this week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Who else is in that second tier?
There's so many. Malachi Fields out of Notre Dame. If you like big receivers, you're going to like him. He's one that I want to see against the competition. The two Texas Tech guys, Virgil and Douglas. I'm going to say something, and I'm going to call this the Tennessee cornerback theory.
Mm-hmm.
If I like your quarterback, which I like Baron Morton to a point, and I like two of your receivers, why could you not score in a sorority house with a pocket full of hundreds? Like, why was it so hard for you to score if you've got this many players that are this good? Because I watch them in a vacuum and I love them all. But then I keep coming back to why was this so hard? And I don't get it. Then Aaron Anderson from LSU. I'm going to try to come up with a way to say this that's nice. Because I swore I was going to be nice today. Aaron Anderson never had a glass of milk in his entire life because his bones did not grow strong and healthy because he's about 5'7". But sweet sheep excrement, he can fly. I genuinely think he's like Usain Bolt fast. He's just so little. He's the one that, and Arian Smith last year, he was the one that you just kept telling me, I hate him because he can't catch a cold in the freezer. Yeah. Aaron Anderson may not be able to catch either, but here's what I think is going to happen. The quarterbacks in this game, if we don't get Nussmeier and Beck and Chambliss, the quarterbacks are so bad that I'm just going to go, hey, look, that corner just went as he just flew by him, and then the ball sails 10 yards over his head. And I look at the quarterback and go, how did you miss him that bad? You missed the road runner. How did you do that?
That was Aaron Anderson?
Yes.
Out of LSU.
LSU had like 57 receivers.
And
somehow Garrett Nussmeier was just god-awful.
Right.
They have 3 at Shrine and 2 at Senior.
Are those all your relevant wide receivers?
I like Hudson from SMU to a point. The other guys need to kind of make you hype up your boy Josh Cameron.
What you were giving me some Josh Cameron slander during the break.
So I want you to tell me, and this is you know what, Tank? My job is to make you a better draft nerd because now you have passed amateur draft nerd. You're into full on intermediate. You're in draft nerd 301 at this point.
Right.
So now we got to round your form off just a little bit. I want you to tell me what it is you like about him so much. And then I'm not going to poo on it. That's not my objective. I just want you to look at it in a different way.
Okay. I like the size. I like his hands a lot. He reminds me I don't know, of a Xavier Legette that can actually catch.
Yep, that's it's one of the ones. That's one of the names on my list that you can say right here.
Mm-hmm. I saw his tape and I went, he reminds me a lot of Xavier. I hope he can catch better at the next level. I do worry about separation. Look, I don't like him as I don't know if he can get away from anybody.
How do I get you open?
Right.
So you got great hands. How do I get you open? Because I don't think he's going to run particularly well.
Can we figure out how to run a bunch of pick plays?
So
get away with it?
So the term for a guy like this, and if you watched Baylor at any point, he was the kid that wore 34.
Yes.
And so he was the one that you always looked at and went, "That's a weird number for you to wear."
Mm-hmm. Why is that running back way out wide?
Why is that running back trying to play wide receiver? And when they get the ball in his hand, man, good things happen.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good with the ball in his hand. I just don't know how you get the ball in his hand. This week at senior will tell me a lot because he's going to line up against a slew of corners that are going to go in the second, third, fourth round that are NFL starting level wide or corners.
Right.
If you can beat them in the one-on-ones, I am way more receptive to how you do this in the league because I agree with everything you said. So you I laid a little trap and you walked right into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Xavier Legette is one of the names that I was looking at. That's the problem. Yeah. Those guys get to the NFL, and Leggett's faster than him. But Leggett can't separate because he rounds off his routes. And everything is just, instead of it being angular, it's very rounded off. So instead of sharp cuts, and that's how I get open.
Right.
Everything rounds off because he was so much faster than everybody they ever played against that he never really learned the nuance of the game. Josh Cameron's not that fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a better route runner than Leggett, but it's still a question that I have.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the tight ends.
Oh, and by the way, if there's one that just comes this week and goes, "Hey, y'all, I'm here too," Kevin Coleman Jr. from Missouri.
Okay. Tight ends, Mr. Tight End Whisperer.
I am the tight end whisperer, and there are a couple of them that the lovely Megan that makes our life go round. There's already one that she has commented on. By the way, this year, I know way more about the attractiveness of NFL draft players than I've ever known before.
It's because he doesn't like it when I say, "Oh, he's cute." They're clipping that.
For sure. If they don't clip that, if that's not in my inbox when I land in Dallas, pissed at all of you.
All of you, you failed me.
Sam Roush from Stanford.
Okay.
If you like the kid that's just an absolute pass catcher and couldn't block your girlfriend, boom, found you one.
Mm-hmm.
He's an interesting guy. He's a nerdy kid. He kind of looks like a California surfer. And I never, it's something that Megan adds to our coverage. She said that, and then I started looking at him going, "You are just a nerdy little dork, aren't you?" But there's something about that that's kind of interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like guys that march to the beat of their own drummer. And he just doesn't seem to care. He's almost got like an element of Mac Hollins to him, where I'm this guy, and if you don't like it, you can falafel yourself. And I didn't really I know this is the weirdest analysis I've ever given on a player, that our business manager said, "Oh, he's cute." And then by the end of that, I went, I like him better now than I did 5 minutes ago, solely because nothing to do with his tape. Because I've already seen his tape. But then I start thinking about that guy if he comes into the league and he goes, "This is who I am." And that's what I think he's going to tell teams in interviews. If you're wanting me to come in and be in line, it's not going to work. If you want me to come in and be a big slot, I think he can do that just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Tanner Koziol. You want a BDD? Tanner Koziol's a BDD. 6'7". I did it to myself. I did it to myself.
Didn't you have to?
Giant.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to be a matchup problem. The one that I'm really interested in, and I'll give Patrick Holt the credit here. He got me to go back and watch him. It's Justin Jolly from NC State. I don't think they used him well. He's another one of those. And that's one of the things you learn at the Senior Bowl is, why did I never really look at you? Well, because they used him in this weird H-back kind of role, and he did all this kind of yeoman's work at NC State. But then you watch him, and when it's a Justin Jolly play, and you walk away from it and go, "I liked that.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that rep. That was a good rep." You don't get enough of them, but I liked that rep. And so I see him on other guys' boards in the 100 teens, 120s, And I thought that was very odd at first because I think this is a awesome tight end class.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I have more tight ends in my 256 than you could ever imagine.
Well, we're not going to have time to get to the linemen or the defenses or anything like that. So,
well, because you know what? You wound me up and I just started talking about stuff. So here's what we do. This is my resolve. Logan Paulson was a blocking tight end in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I believe bringing him in tomorrow to discuss the hog mollies could be a mess of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll be doing the live show. Zach Hurst will be with you for part of the show just because we are having to duck the weather.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be live from Dudley's in Dallas. We'll probably be with you the first hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, just depending on how the weather looks. And so we'll dig into the Senior Bowl a little bit deeper tomorrow. And we'll preview the NFL playoff game.
Absolutely. Tune right here into ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400 for
Football Friday.
Yeah, right here at noon tomorrow.